and welcome to Friday Reads. I have a lot to talk about today, and please bear with me because most of the books I have to show you from on my tablet. So last Saturday I had joined the Dewey's 24-hour Readathon that started Saturday morning at 8 a.m. to Sunday morning at 8 a.m. I finished 6 books or 5 books, and I ended up needing a 2-hour nap from like midnight till 2 a.m. I had a blast. I had water, I had Dr. Pepper for caffeine, I had yogurt, and what else did I have? I had trail mix. That's about it. Oh, and hummus and carrots. I didn't eat the hummus and the carrots, though. I really wasn't hungry because I had been sick all week. So, I didn't have much of an appetite. But on to the books. The first book I don't have because I ended up deleting that off of my tablet already. But it was Sandman by William W. Johnstone. I got that from NetGalley for a review. I gave it 3 stars. It's about an 8-year-old boy who was evil. And his mom, his parents, and his sisters knew he was evil. He was Satan's son, and they wanted to get help for him, and that's how the story starts. And there's a twist at the end. It had zombies in it. I love paranormal. I love ghosts, and vampires, and witches, and werewolves. I hate zombies. I don't know why. I just do. It's just one of my things that I don't like. So that might be the only way I gave it a 3-star. It wasn't... I didn't care for it as much as the other books I had read by him. It was good. It's just I'm not a zombie person. And then I read... Let's see if that one's on here. Halloween, Magic, and Mayhem. And this is by Stella Wilkinson. This is the first book of a series, and I gave it 3 stars. It only had 50 pages. It was really cute. Emily found out the day before her 16th birthday that she was a witch, and she will get powers at midnight on Halloween. All she wanted to do was turn 16, go to a party, have some fun, and kiss a boy. And she finds out that she has a ghost in her house, and she accidentally raises zombies and has to get them back to their graves. It was a cute read. I'm glad that I read it. I loved the cover. The cover and the name... It just drew me in. This is me. So, yeah, I loved it. So, I gave that a 3-star. It was cute. I might end up finishing the series sometime. And then the next book that I read was Vampire Affliction. It's the second book by Eva Poehler. I don't know if you can see it. I gave this 4 stars. This has a little over 200 pages, and this was a quick read. Gertie has become friends and possibly fallen in love with both a demigod and a vampire who happen to be at war. Although she has become a vampire, she sympathizes with the vampires and their uprising, but she distrusts the leaders, especially when they plan to kill the humans. So, like I said, I gave this a 4-star. I really liked the first book. I don't think the 3rd book is out yet, so I would like to finish this series. I don't know how many books there will be. And then the next book... Where is it? was And Then She Was Gone by Christopher Grayson. This just came out, I believe. It's a suspense. It's the first book of a series or a trilogy. I gave this 4 stars. This was a great book. I really, really liked this. Stacy left work and then she's attacked. A teenager, Jack, found her body, and he plans on joining the army and using that to pay for his college because he wants to become a cop, and he becomes engrossed in this, and he has his foster brother help him solve this mystery. And they get into a little bit of trouble while solving it. It was really good, though. I recommend this book. And then I read, let's see, Kinsey and Me by Sue Grafton. And I really don't have, this is what the cover looks like. I gave this 3 stars. This is a collection of stories about Kinsey, who's the main character in her Kinsey Milhone series. And it also had stories about Sue Grafton and her life growing up with alcoholic parents. And like I said, I gave it 3 stars. It was good. And the next book was The Witches of Darkroot by April Ashim. It's the first book of the series. I gave this 4 stars. The main character is Maggie Maddock, and she is a wilder, which is a woman with untamed magical powers. And as a child, she could not wait to get out of Darkroot. She wanted to move away and not have anything to do with being a witch, but she was supposed to be the leader of the coven. And she wanted no part of it, so she fled. 7 years later, she gets a phone call from her sister that their mom is sick and please come home. A little bit of feels of the movie Practical Magic and a little bit of the Hallmark's The Good Witch. That's the feeling I got from this, and I like this, and I would like to finish the series in this as well. And then the next book, is Deadly Night by Heather Graham. Cover. And this is book 1 of a trilogy. I gave this 4 stars. There's 3 Flynn brothers. Their great aunt left them a New Orleans plantation home in her will, and they didn't even know she existed. There is a ghost and secrets surrounding this place, and Aiden, who is the oldest brother, ends up falling for Kendall, who reads tarot cards, and he has a store, and they end up solving the mysteries, and it was really good, and I do want to finish up the trilogy of this sometime. And then I read a quick book, The Little Death by Dawn Buckner. And I gave this 2 stars. It only had 27 pages, so it was a quick read. Simon is a photographer who wants the perfect shot to capture the moment right before death, what he calls the little death. Mimi is a model, and she'll do anything to get a career going, and she meets up with the photographer, and it goes from there. So that was cute. It was a short read, so 2 stars. And the next book I read was Blood Hungry by Tabitha Diaz. This only had 24 pages. I gave this a 2 stars. Trish doesn't know what is going on. She goes out, gets drunk, and then blacks out. And she wakes up in the morning in blood that's not hers. So she decides to check into rehab, and when the sun goes down, something happens. This was a quick read, 24 pages. The next book I read was Rushed, the Unseen. Where are you? It's book 2 of the Rushed series by Brian Harmon. I read the first book last year and loved it. And I had my son read it, and then he asked if he could purchase all of them on my Kindle account. So he ended up reading them before, and then I'm trying to finish them now. This is book 2. I gave this 4 stars. Eric catches sight of Creek Bend, Wisconsin's most famous missing person, and turns into a bizarre adventure filled with strange monsters and murderous cowboy and a curious, intimidating man in a pink shirt. He gets help from his brother and Isabel, who is from the first book, and she only has contact with him through phones. And it's weird. It's a very weird series, but it's very good. It's got like parallel universes, and yeah, I liked this one. And then I read the third book, Rushed, Something Wicked. By Brian Harmon. Something Wicked. And I gave this one also 4 stars, and this time Eric is summoned to help a coven of witches from a magic man who is a murderer, and he's out to kill these witches. So his brother wants to help him this time, but something always happens to his car. It breaks down. I think he got all 4 flat tires, and he can't get to them. And then Isabel again is in this book, and they have more contact with the telephone. And when Eric left, it was 2 days before his wedding anniversary, and him and his wife had plans. So she's really mad because he left again. So this was really good. This had ogres in it and imps and giants. It was good though. I'm really enjoying this series. And then I started reading the 4th book, which is called Hedge Lake. Where are you? And I'm on page 116 of this. It's called Hedge Lake. Love the cover. And this is book 4. A dream leaves Eric wanting to leave, and he takes off in his car, and he goes to a place called Hedge Lake, and then it has a triangle, like the Bermuda Triangle, where people disappear, and it's a hot spot of paranormal activity. So I'm just getting into that part of it, and Isabel again is in this, and again with the cell phone. His brother can't help him this time because he's at a wedding somewhere, so he's on his own. This had ghosts already in it. So I'm liking this. And then tonight I will be reading Ella Everland Ever After by Caroline Lee. This is a remake, must be, of Cinderella. There's only 180 pages, and I'm reading this tonight as part of a read-along with Kim from Romance Queen of BookTube. That's her channel name. So we'll be reading that tonight. And I needed to color my hair tonight anyways and do my nails, so I'll be reading that while all that's going on. And then after I finished that last rushed book, I want to read the next rushed book, which is the last one, called A Matter of Time. And I'm not sure yet what this one's about, but I'm sure I know it's got Eric in it. So, I'm not sure. And then, this coming week, I also want to read Don't Look Back by Jennifer L. Armentrout. And I don't remember what that's about. And then Monday, I want to read The Halloween House by David R. Smith. Or Sunday. But I'm hoping Monday. And this book I picked up at a arts and crafts show. This author lives locally. He's like 30 minutes away from here. So his are middle grade books. And it looked cute. I think it says Curious Young Souls. Yep, this is his third novel he's written. So I liked the cover and the title of it. And he ended up signing this for me when I bought it. Says, Shalene, enjoy this creepy story. So, yep, he signed that. And then, if I have time, because I'm hoping, I want to pick up the next books of the Lux series. And this one has Opal and Origin. And I'm reading this series with Crystal from I forget her channel name, but yeah, Crystal and I are going to buddy read this. We read the first two books that was in a bind up of one book, and then we're gonna finish the series. So if I'm hoping to get to this by the end of the week, because I do want to get those other books done up. But that's it as far as what I've got coming up. And reading, and the books that I read all last weekend for the Dewey 24-hour readathon, that was a lot of fun. The next one is in April sometime, and I'm hoping to get a lot of reading time done on that one too. And I told my husband that I might actually take his charge card and go to the Hampton Inn and just spend the night there and just read, and I won't have to worry about doing laundry or getting phone calls and interruptions by him. And he laughs at me, but I thought that would be fun to do. But let me know what you guys are reading, what you've read, if you're reading anything really, really good. And I will see you again next Friday. Bye.